my young. Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That you said you didn't never. I'm a stud, no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. The fair gamma store. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. After life in 9/11, folks. Matte Black, liquor clean. Dead president and I'm a low.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway in Foxborough. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, the spin. Sony Michel, his first carry. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wait, 20! Wait, 20!
On second down, Michel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up. and you let him out.
Didn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Second down, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Cousins now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Flushed out right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams' special teams coaches with approval by the head coach. They give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 15. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on.
And he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Regular. Shadow.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Gronkowski again, he was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And oh, look at the catch by Gronkowski. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Aho. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Being chased out left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And a big loss here as he's taken down. John Simon able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Yellow.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. On fourth down, they do snap it to Cousins. And Robinson with a big catch. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Flush to his right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And he finds Cook. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again. It's Cousins. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
4th down, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. They begin with Michel on the ground. Oh, now nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
On the handoff, it's Michel. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. A give. This is Michel. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Brady. He's going to sling this deep down, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Cousins to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just.
This is caught inside the 15. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, Cousins. Dancing to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So another good job defensively, because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all, because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they'll go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They go play action here on first down. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there for New England. 46 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
To throw, it's Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Josh Gordon from 17 yards out. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Throwing is Cousins. And he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down throw for Cousins. Flush to his right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Aldrick Robinson, 61 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On play action, now Brady. And his throw here's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Flushed out right. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Following the interception, Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Spinning past him. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll check this one down to Michel. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. That one goes for 24 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go.
They start the drive with Cook. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Cook. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Here's Cousins going deep for Diggs. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. So from back deep in their own territory all the way into the end zone, do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at the 40.
87's mine. I got 87. You're not ready. You're not. Wait 20. Wait 20. Hey, watch this.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Stop. Tighten up.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady sliding out of the pocket. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Anderson Aho. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A very solid gain of 27.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now, that player was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you've already thrown 2 interceptions, you got to take extra special care of the football, because that one could very easily have been a 3rd.
Yeah, off balance, pressure coming. Probably just has to stick that one in his pocket, right?
He does. I just think that when he's in a run like this, I think this happens to a lot of quarterbacks, they try and overcome it by making big-time throws. Throws they know they shouldn't make, but they're hoping to complete them rather than having the confidence that they actually will.
Cousins now, escaping the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there, because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, 32 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Two. Near 50, here we go.
Cousins now from the 50. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Play fake. Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to find Diggs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Second down, Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 31 yards. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Tight end right. Wait 20. Wait 80. Quick it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. Flush to his right. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Emerson Griffin in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
Hey, Ringo, 48. Wide.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Wide.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Flushed out right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. 1st down, here's Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To the air again, it's Cousins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Zebra. Rhino.
Cousins on 1st down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Bailey got the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. That throw by Brady incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
LG, a little closer to me. Wait, 20!
Now a play fake. Brady. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Here's Brady to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Again, this is Cook, and he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Rhino!
On 2nd down, Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They come out here in the eye. They'll run with Cook. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. Now a desperation throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Anderson Aho. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Edelman was the intended target. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. They run again on 1st down, Cook, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Let's 50, here we go.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.